Cyberpunk Phantom Liberty, mid-tempo. The new course is available at Letsynthisize Academy.
Yo, the Larsen here. Today I want to teach you how to make ambient music. This is the first part where we're going to make pads, and in the next week we are going to make very cool effects like this. If you want to grab this project, go to my Patreon, and also in the description you will find my academy if you want to dig deep into music production. But let's jump into it. Okay, so how to make ambient? First of all, you need to create lots of very cool pads, lots of very cool effects, and other ear treats. This could be hard to make, but I'm here to help you out. So let's start with a pad. You will be surprised how important is a sine wave. So that will be the fundamental of almost all of the sounds here. Let's start with the chords and let's add the bass for it. So these are the fundamentals. And let's start with the bass because that is the simplest thing ever. You just need to make a Reese bass, like adding 3 voices of unison, and just filter it. Boom, we are done basically. We can close it. And let's go to the first one. So we have this LFO, and as I told you before, the fundamental should be, or most of the times the fundamental is a sine wave. Let's drop LFO 1 on the sine wave, but it's too low in pitch, so let's crank it up to the 3rd octave. And the LFO should be quite slow. Yeah, that's cool. And so we are having the fundamental basically, but we need to fatten out with different noises. Let's choose this BS2, acid, whatever. Obviously this is not too good here. Let's drop LFO 1 on the level 2. Okay, and choose the synchronization mode. Now it could be a little tricky to find a setting to keep tonal, but I guess around 8 it should be fine. Yeah, and add a bunch of unison to it. Because as I tweak the sync. So let's keep it at 8. The other important part here, before I go forward, is to set the main envelope. So make it like really slow in and slow out. Yeah, that's fine. Let's choose another wavetable with also lots of higher overtones. So let's go to the spectral, like Monster 4 should be fine. So it has a bunch of higher overtones. And also with the sync envelope, make it a little weird. Yeah, this is quite weird, especially if we add some unison to it. And let's drop it 1 octave lower. So as you can hear now, it is basically just a noise. So let's filter it. Let's use this MG Low 12. How you can shape the sound is with lots of resonance, lots of little peaks here and there, especially if you start moving them back and forth. That would be great. But filter us a little bit too. Now this is a little too much, so let's pull back the mix. Maybe a little drive. So as you can hear, we just shaped this sound into a very unique, I would say a really unique kind of thing. And this is what creates that very interesting, very exciting sound for any ambient pad. Okay, let's add even more noise to it. Let's go to noise. Let's go with Arcan 1. But this is too low, so crank this up a little. Now let's crank this up a little. So go to LFO 2, choose a weird shape like this one. And in the matrix, let's choose LFO 2 and modulate LFO 1 right with that. Right, Right, this is cool, and let's go to the effects now. Let's add even more voices to it by using a chorus. Okay, so the sound is really wide now. Let's make it even more interesting by choosing this Comp Plus filter. So as you can hear, it creates some interesting peaks in the spectrum that can be used up to add an illusion that we created a different effect, a different instrument on top of this pad. And it's very simple, just drop LE41 on the cutoff, but just, you know, make a tiny little movement to it. Okay, and from this point we need lots of air, lots of atmosphere. Okay, and an equalizer, as I can hear the mids and especially the mid lows are a little too much. First of all, let's scale the very lows so it won't collide with the res. So yeah, as you can hear, it sounds almost like a different effect, a different, like, little weird kind of thing on top of the pad. That is so cool. You know what? Let's drop a third LE on it and just make it a slight movement, but really, really slow. Okay, let me show you a different pad that can be really cool if you want to add melody on top of the pad. Okay, so I'm going to use this MIDI for it. So as you can see, I have the pads and the melody for that. So we need to somehow combine the pad with the plugs. Obviously you don't need to do this, but I wanted to show you some interesting stuff here. Okay, so to do that, I want to use this low pass filter and drop envelope 2 on it to make it plug. Like that. Like, we need noise to make it really complete, I mean the plug really complete. So let's go to inharmonics, let's choose the 9th one. Okay, but obviously I just want to add a layer on top of the plug, so let's use envelope 2 on the level. So as you can hear, if I activate the pitch track and the one-shot mode, the sound turns a lot more natural. Okay, so let's design the pad now. Let's go with vowel, whatever, like this yeah, with lots of unison voices. Let's turn this up higher, and let's choose the same wavetable, and it stays on 0 octave. Okay, let's choose the mirror warping mode to make it a little different than oscillator A. So cool because it sounds almost like an organ. Okay, and to make it complete, let's add an OTT. And a huge amount of reverb. And get rid of the lows. Yeah, so basically we are done. That sound is so cool, as you can see, adding a little noise or whatever Foley sound on top of your plug or your top of your pad, because in the previous pad we apply lots of different noises. It sounds a little too stable, so let's detune the two oscillators. Nice, really wide and really organic, I would say. Okay, cool. So these are great pads, but we need lots of effects, you know, like those atmospheric, like almost bird sounds or whatever. So again, sine waves can be very, very important and very handy, but let's do that in the next video. Right, so don't forget that you can grab this project from my Patreon below, and there is my academy if you want to dig deep into knowledge. See you guys next time. Peace.